next project is going to be the heavy-duty knurling tool, and for that I installed the 5C collet chuck, the adjustable 5C collet chuck. And we showed before it had about a 1/2 thousandths run out here on this surface, and let's see what we have on this piece of stock that I haven't turned yet in this setup. Okay, anyway, lighting's a little better here. I'm still showing that. So let's so we're returning back to 0. Let me get where I can see that. So that's probably running out about 1.5 thou. There's the low side. And that appears to be the high side. But I would, let's just say with the defects on the piece, let's just call it 1 thou. So basically, we're just being critical of the chuck itself. I haven't ran this chuck in a long time, but you know, when I originally set it up, I did true it up to these marks. It has 4 set screws to true the chuck up, and with those set screws, it's kind of the opposite of like a 4-jaw chuck. You want to loosen the highs and tighten the lows, and that'll bring your workpiece into true. So that is a 5C adjustable D1 chuck. So there's 6 studs, 3/4 inch low cam locks. This is by Precision Matthews, and let's just do a little turning. I got this as a 12L14, rather friendly metal, and then I have another collet set up here with some hex. So we'll do a little machining, just kind of get the feel of using this. Okay, I got 681 3/10 with the micrometers, and 681 5/10 with the calibers. So let's get our support up here. You're gonna lock that. I basically have the only thing I use that for is it's kind of a wrench. Maybe that's a tool I can make. Tighten that up, and then we're gonna go ahead and bring the live center in, and I probably need to work on this lock because I don't think it's actually locking anything. Yeah, I guess it is. Okay, so I want to take this down to a nominal dimension. So 680, what I write down, 681. So let's go up here. 689. So let's take this down to 5/8. Let's take this down to 625. Okay, so our target is going to be 0.625. So we'll do some subtraction here. 0 from 3 is 3, 5 from 11 is 6, 2 from 7 is, so 56 thousandths. Is that right? It's 3 is 11, 7, 8, 6, 6, 12, 32. Oh, 0 and 6 is 6, okay. Basic math, guys. Okay, I need my camera stand. Where did it go? It's usually right down here. Huh. No, yeah, here it is. Some taped over 4-star threads that I did a long time ago in a magnet. It's right up there. So we're going to take this down to 5/8, and then I'm going to create a shoulder up here with a 1/2 inch, and then thread this 1/2 inch 16. And that'll one day be part of a drive dog, I think. I have one already. Well, regardless, that's what we're going to do this as an exercise of accuracy. So, turn the converter on. We're going to power the lathe up. We're going to turn at 490 RPMs. It's a chance to show off some of my new stuff. We have a tachometer, I guess it would be. Digital tachometer, yeah. Okay, so it's working. So let's go over here. I got a piece of reflective material on there. So let's get it in a gear first. So I'm going to do A2. My little chart back there, A2 is 490 RPMs. Okay, I can also control the clutch down here as well. Okay, so I got, I don't know what I have dialed in here now. Let's get it zeroed out and put in 30. We'll do, no, I don't know how much we gotta take off. We're gonna go for 31 thousandths. transmission is set up for threading. So let's go for feed. Our feed rate is going to be 6 thousandths per revolution. A little bit of oil. Be 0.681 minus 31 should put me at 650. I am at 652. That's 652 and 652 and 8 thousandths, 8 10,000ths. So I'm about 3 thousandths off on my dial. Okay, so I'm going to re-zero my dial. And I'm going to say this 652. I'm going to take 27 thousandths. So there's 27 thousandths on the dial. That should bring us to 625. 5/8. This also is this insert is designed for aluminum, and it gives a. We could probably get a better surface than that. I wonder how the tip of that looks. Who knows? Okay, here we go. Okay, so that should put us at 625. And 626. So far, the dial on the machine is 1 or 2 thousandths off. We want to do a ½ inch now, so we need to take 125 thousandths. So once again, I'm going to zero my dial. And dial in 125. That should put us at a ½ inch. Back over here. Okay, let's see what we got here. Just going by the machine's dials. Okay. $498.5. Let's get a better number than that. $494.4. So half a thou off. So far, the machine, the lathe is showing us some accuracy. So let's turn things off. We're going to choke up on this piece. So let me move you guys over here. You might see a little more. And I'm going to have to change collets as well. So let's okay, I'm back. Camera shut down, high temperature. Lapping is what I was trying to say earlier. Well, it wasn't that long ago for you. Lapping is what I did a whole bunch of when I made this. And there's a little piece of all thread in each end of it. And that's how it's all held together. And if you want to clean it up, you obviously I got a center in it. I can chuck it up and give it a brand new start. Maybe we'll do that. We'll kind of see what we got here. If I can make a collet fit on this. Okay. We're in 901. 896. What we got down at this end? This is what I got centers on. I can turn it between centers. No, I can't. I can turn it between centers. It's 1 inch. Basically. I can turn it between centers. I'll use a 1 inch collet. The thing about the 1 inch collets, you can only go in so deep. It doesn't go all the way through the collet because it hits the threads, the internal threads on the bottom of the collet. Doesn't allow the clearance for that. I have a parting grooving blade here set up right on, pretty much set at 0. So I want to get my little black book and see how deep I should make my relief. And I think this book will show me somewhere what the depth of the threads is, maybe. Major and minor diameters, no. Mild steel cast iron. I guess it really doesn't say what the depth of the thread is. Which would be called what? There's all this up here, where it shows the depth. So there to there is D. What's D in here? I don't know. I don't know how to read. I mean, I know how to read this as far as, you know, what size tap and drill I need. Major and minor diameters. I'll just kind of wing it. So let's start this back up. And screw. And this is the direction here. I'm going 190, so I can actually change this on the fly at this RPM. So now it's going to thread this direction. Now that's not the most favorite practice for operating this machine, but it is a option. I would say it's a feature. So I'm just cutting there. That's my cross slide. I'm locking that. I got the backlash out of my compound. And I'm going to set the 0. To loosen this nut down here. Dial for the cross slide is locked. Loosen this nut. That allows me to pull the tool away and bring it back to the same point every time. It's quite handy for threading. And we'll start a little further away. We'll start on D. Okay, 1. Pull the tool back. Back in there, and 1. Okay, what did I do wrong? I did not advance the cross slide. So, advance that 20 thousandths. The tool is back in. We're going to start on number 3. Pull the tool back. Let's do 20 thousandths. Starting on 2. I'm going to do 20 more thousandths. We're at 60. Do 20 thousandths, we're at 80. Everything's set. A little oil. And okay, let's do 10 thousandths now. Check that now. I hope I'm doing the right thread count. did I say I was doing? 13. 13 it is. Let's see. Exactly. Aired up. Still, there we go. There, we knocked off whatever burr that was there. This should thread straight on this time. I need to clean the battery. The phone overheated again. And let's take this off. And then something Joe Pye was talking about yesterday or the day before. And I'll give you my rendition, my version of it. So let's say that you were doing a threading operation, and much like my very last pass, there was a little crash. It was very imperceptible. You probably didn't even notice it. But let's just say that the workpiece was pushed in a little bit. Okay, that's 50 thousandths. Now, how do you continue that thread? He had a picture of a bunch of boxcars, and when that train takes off, all them boxcars start moving, and they start following the engine, and all the slack is let out between the cars. So that's kind of what's happening with our gears. So let's get this tool up here. Let's pull it away so it's not going to touch. Okay. And start up. Okay, so we're going to engage the half nut till we get about halfway down the length of these threads. Okay, that's the train cars or the gears that are they're all stretched out now. So the gears are all. So if I feed this in, let's see if I can get a better shot of this. So if I feed this in, I can see that my point is going to hit the high top, one of the high spots. So I'm going to take it in a little further. I'm going to move my carriage down and go in there and find that groove. Now I'm going to favor the left wall because that's the wall that's being cut by the tool when you're advancing with the compound. If you're advancing with the cross slide, you're cutting both walls at the same time eventually. So now I have that keyed in there. There's clearly a little gap on the right side. So I think I'm lined up. So I'm going to pull the tool out. Well, let's just advance it and see what happens. Now I'm going to pull the tool out. I'm going to back it up. And I'm going to engage the tool. I'm going to engage the half nut. And I should be right back on my threads. So, yeah. Now, for fit's sake, I've probably loosened up my fit a bit. I Actually, not really, just a little bit. And I think you call that chasing threads. So there's the amateur's version or explanation of Joe Pye's explanation of chasing threads, adjusting your lathe to follow those old threads. Now I'm going to take my one of my newer tools here, my Craytex. Instead of filing this, I'm gonna just to knock down any burr. I don't want to use the file. Since I did that last pass, I probably made this nut a little loose. Although it's still going to thread on just fine. It'll certainly tighten up tight. So, hey, it's YouTube and America's foremost student machinist, Kimberzelik, and we'll see you next time. Well, you better go check out Joe Pye's video on chasing threads, because, as usual, I got it all wrong. I somehow got results, but I got it all wrong.